heard some bad things.
Do I have to press? No. Okay, good evening, Dr. Bienvenu and guests and fellow engineers. My name is Adriana Lugo. I am the project manager at Lugo and Lugo and Associates Engineering, Inc. I would like to first thank you for the opportunity of submitting our letter of interest as well as our team's qualifications to the Florida Department of Transportation for this design-build project that is vital to the I-95 and Spanish River Boulevard interchange improvements. Throughout our presentation, you will get to know a little bit more about our company and, more importantly, about our plan, effective plan for the design build of Bridge 5. Let me first introduce my team. Me, the project manager. We have Alain Jimenez as the transportation engineer, Ramon Cacho as the geotechnical engineer, Arley Fleites as the chief structural engineer, Eliezer Jimenez, who's the environmental engineer. He's also in charge of safety. Matthew Sainz is in charge of construction means and methods, also scheduling and estimation. And finally, Osmal Perez, who's in charge of the community awareness plans, QC, and quality assurance plans. And me, myself, as I said before, I'm the project manager, and also we'll be talking at the end about DBE's, the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program. So who are we? We're a design-build firm founded as a Florida corporation back in 1980. Our headquarters are based in Miami, and we have over 500 employees, including professionals, inspectors, and workers. We also have about $35 million of owned equipment. As prime designers and contractors, we specialize in the design, testing, and construction development of complex transportation projects, which include but are not limited to bridges, roadways, interchanges, and as well as structures. We also have a vast experience in different project delivery methods, which includes the design bid build, the design bid build finance, and over 30 design build projects, which is a total of $750 million of revenue. Our company does most of the major work items, which includes the MOT, MSC walls, and the earthwork. By doing so, we have proficiently and effectively, proficiently delivered projects throughout South Florida for the last 3 decades. These are some of our key projects that we have done. We have on the top, sorry, Professor. Excuse me. We have on the top the 836 Dolphin Expressway extension. This was a design-build project that we did last year. Right here we have an 826 Palmetto Expressway Section 5. That was a design-build finance project. And lastly, we have the Kendall ramp at 874, which is very similar to the ramp for which we're presenting today. Our scope of work is basically, as you guys all know, the design and construction of a 2-lane ramp facilitating a Spanish River Boulevard and northbound FAU Boulevard onto I-95, onto northbound I-95. This will be the outline that we'll be following throughout the presentation. I'm not going to ask you to please turn your attention to Alain Jimenez, who's going to continue with the presentation.
Good afternoon, class. As the project manager said, my name is Alain Jimenez, and I'm going to be the lead designer for this project. The main purpose of the next slides is to determine the design criteria for the horizontal and vertical alignment. also to determine the control parameters when designing this specific facility. This project consists on a 2-lane on-ramp bridge to be connected from the Spanish River Boulevard to State Road 9, I-95 northbound in the area of Palm Beach County. The control parameters and the design criteria, they have to be implemented according with the Plan Preparation Manual, PPM Volume 1, and the Design Standard latest edition. Why is this? Very simple. Because the Design Standard and the PPM, they are the main source of criteria when designing new construction and reconstruction projects on the Florida highway system. This is the proposed facility. As I said before, it's an on-ramp bridge connecting Spanish River Boulevard to State Road 9. According with the PD&E study, the control parameters are as follows. The road classification, this is an state road, so it's an urban state freeway. The design speed for the ramp F is 45 miles per hour, and the average hour on daily traffic is 190,500 vehicles. The typical section for the project is located within the FDOT right-of-way and consists of a one segment with 2 lanes in the same direction, a right shoulder of 10 feet, a left shoulder of 6 feet, and 2 traffic railing barrier walls in each side of the bridge. In order to determine the right numbers for the vertical alignment, we had to go to the PPM, Plan Preparation Manual, and get the right tables. Those are a few of the main tables. Since it is a 2-lane ramp, the minimum is 24 feet. The maximum grade, based on the design speed of 45 miles per hour, is 5%. And the minimum passing side distance, based on the design speed, is 1,625. The same criteria for the horizontal alignment. Those are the main tables in order to get the length and in order to get the desirable length. Now I'm going to pass it to my colleague Ramon Cacho, who is going to explain the geotechnical part of the project.
Thank you, Alain. Good afternoon, fellow engineers. My name is Ramon Cacho. I'm going to be the geotechnical engineer. As our project manager said, we are the leading design-build firm in South Florida. Most importantly, we have the proven capability and the experience with the city of Boca Raton and the FDOT's District 4, 4 and 5, 6, and many others, while have been previously working successfully over the years. We at LNA believe that geotechnical investigation is essential for the preparation and the construction of a project, and in this case, this one. That is why we're here today. The FDOT provided us with a preliminary geotechnical investigation. My team and I went ahead and went to the site, and verified all the logs that they gave us. They gave us 74 logs of borings performed at each location for the proposed project. We also got 56 logs of borings at the locations of the MSC walls and each bend, N bend 1 and N bend 5. All of the investigation was performed with a CME hammer 55 to satisfy the FDOT's requirements. Also, the SPT and values were calculated using the American Society of Testing and Material, the 1586 standards. Obviously, this is an investigation that we did, so we got some results. The results that yielded the investigation were compared to the Unified Soil Classification System to determine what type of material is beneath the surface at the location of the proposed bridge. We found that we have medium to fine to medium sand, some trace silt, and some organic material. Also, we need to classify the environmental, the FDOT environmental classification for this soil. And we found that it was slightly aggressive for both concrete and steel, which led us to come up with our design for our foundation, which would be using 18 and 24 square inch pre-stressed concrete piling. These piles are pre-designed by the FDOT standards to meet the design and system criteria for the state of Florida. Here you can see in this picture, we got the Pier 2, Pier 3, and Pier 4 foundations, and it consists of 4 single row, 24 square inch concrete piling. And here's our piles data table, which, as you can see, we got the N-bend 1 and N-bend 5 both sharing 18 square inch pre-stressed concrete piling throughout the right-of-way of 886 feet. Here you can see the location of the foundation of the piles for the N-bend 1, Pier 2, Pier 3, Pier 4, and lastly, our end bend 5. Now I'm going to turn the presentation to our structural engineer, Arlie Fleites. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramon. Hello, guys. My name is Arlie Fleites, and I'll be the structural engineer for this project. Now, we at Lugo & Associates, we have a vast experience with the design and construction of bridges. And over the last 5 years, I've been the one in charge of these designs and structural designs for the projects. Now, I've been doing this for 10 years, and by far there hasn't been any structural problems to any of my designs. And now, talking what we're going to be doing for you, the structural work related to this problem will be the design of a new ramp that will cross the Rio Canal and connect to I-95 northbound. The ramp will have two 12-foot lanes with a 10-foot inside shoulder and a 6-foot outside shoulder. Also, the width is going to be 43.1. Now, because of the large queue or the curve alignment that will cross the Rio Canal and the ramp, we'll have a large queue. And because of it, we're not going to be using staggered piers. Instead, we're going to be using integral piers supported by a single column, which will be more cost-effective. Now, the pier that we're going to be using is a common hammerhead design pier. This is the design of the pier, and also from another angle. Also, the foundation, the recommended foundation was the pre-stressed concrete piling, which is widely used throughout Florida and is a proven system. This is the typical section of the foundations. They're going to be separated 6 feet apart. And like Ramon said, they're going to be aligned, 4 of them. Then lastly, for the girder options, we had 2 options. We got the curved steel box girder or the curved steel plate girder. After we carefully analyze it and determine the cost, we thought that the more cost-effective will be the curved steel box girder, because the other one will be around 8.7 millions compared to 7.1 millions. It's lighter, therefore it will reduce the footprint size, and also it has a larger torsional stiffness. Everything will be designed using the Florida DOT protocols. Now I'm going to pass it to my friend Eliezer here, who's going to do the environmental part.
Thank you, Arlie. As Arlie and Inez mentioned, my name is Eliezer Jimenez. I'm involved with environmental and the safety issue of the project. The environment is the framework of our existence, and Lugo & Associates is concerned about this, and we're working really hard, and we've been learning in the previous project how to prevent any type of environmental disturbance, such as environmental impacts, vegetation, and ecological. In the previous slides, I will introduce some of those projects that we might be facing during this project. Okay, Lugo & Associates learned throughout all our projects that air pollution, noise impact, land water contamination goes hand to hand with construction. But at the same time, we also learned how to prevent this to happen in the future. Lugo & Associates sent our environmental team to the job site in order to verify the type of vegetation as the PD&E study mentioned, and these were some of the vegetation found in the area. Also, our environmental team found these type of creatures that are in danger. These are endangered species, such as the owl, the largemouth bass, the whiting birds, the Gulfed tortoise, among others. Safety. Lugo & Associates, first priority is safety. Lugo & Associates try to implement all these regulations in order to prevent any disturbance to happen to any of our workers or to our community. And we also have a 30 minutes mandatory safety meetings every Monday in order to discuss any discrepancy related to safety. Now I'm going to introduce to our colleague Matthew Sainz, that he's going to have a few words for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. My name is Matthew Sainz. I'll be presenting today on the proposed schedule that we have for this particular project, as well as some means and methods for construction that we hope to implement on this particular project. Behind me here, you can see our baseline schedule. We established this using Microsoft Project. It's based upon the preliminary engineering and design that we came up with thus far, as well as using some historical data for productivity rates on previous projects of similar type and scope. We've established a project duration of 572 calendar days. Here we have some of our milestone dates. We hope to be awarded the contract by the end of July, begin design immediately in August. 2 months into the design process, we will begin construction. We hope to be done with design by the beginning of April 2014, and then hopefully we'll be turning over a quality product to the DOT in February of 2015. We recognize at Lugo & Associates that the most difficult aspect of any project really is the implementation and execution of a schedule. And as such, we intend on treating our schedule with the utmost care and respect. The first thing we intend to do to keep ourselves on track would be to hold weekly meetings with the DOT. We'll have in these meetings the owner, CEI, members of our design and construction management team, as well as members of any subcontractors that will be performing work in the upcoming week. In these meetings, we hope to establish and bring up any issues or any concerns that might slow down the progress of the project, such as maintenance of traffic required to perform work, location of utilities within the work zone, within the area that we'll be working, survey layout, and we'll also be verifying that the necessary preceding activities have been completed so that we can continue with the work. Secondly, we'll be holding daily meetings with our project management staff, our foremen, superintendents, as well as our survey crew. This, again, will be to identify any issues that might be immediately affecting the work that we'll be performing. At Lugo & Associates, as a leader in the construction industry, we own over 250 pieces of heavy equipment. In order to ensure the timely execution of this contract, we intend on utilizing any or dedicating any equipment necessary to perform the work within the time that we propose to complete the project. Another benefit to choosing Lugo & Associates over another contractor will be the fact that we are a local contractor, and as such, our main equipment yard, including our mechanics and servicemen, are within an hour from the job site. So if we have any issues with the equipment, when the equipment breaks down, we'll be able to service it immediately and minimize downtime on the project, which is good for us and good for the state. In addition to heavy equipment, we also own state-of-the-art surveying equipment. On this project, we'll be utilizing a GPS survey system from Topcon, as well as a robotic total station. This will ensure the quick and accurate layout that's necessary to perform work at this level. We've identified one of the most critical activities with respect to constructability will be the erection of the steel box girders. As such, we will be performing this work ourselves. We are qualified by AISC to perform steel girder erection, similar to what we'll be doing here. In the past, actually, we've completed 6 curved steel box girder bridges. Most recently, the on-ramp at Kendall Drive to 874, which is very similar in scope of work to what we're doing now. In addition to skilled personnel, we'll also be providing the cranes and rigging necessary to perform these activities. Now I'll hand over the presentation to Osmel Perez, who will be talking about quality control.
Thank you, Matthew. Hi, good afternoon. I'm Osmel Perez, and I am the Public Awareness Officer and the Quality Control Manager. Now, in Lugo & Associates, quality is of the essence. We make sure that we provide the best quality in the field by implementing our QC plans. Now, in Lugo & Associates, quality means enforcing FDOT specifications and design standards throughout the entire project, from the beginning of the project all the way to the end of the project. In Lugo & Associates, we have the number one FDOT approved labs in the state. We have the best quality control technicians in the world. Our quality control technicians are certified by American Concrete Institute, construction training qualification programs like certified by Asphalt 1, Asphalt 2, Final Estimates 1, Final Estimates 2, Earthwork 1, Earthwork 2, pile driving, and much more. Our quality control technicians are also certified by IMSA and by Troxler Gauges. Why do we do this? To make sure that our project is flawless. Public awareness. Lugo & Associates, we have strong leadership, we have established values, and we have the most important aspect to our community, which is strong communication. We don't only communicate within ourselves, but we also communicate with the public, meaning students, meaning homeowners, business owners. We don't only communicate with the public, but we also communicate directly and immediately with the FDOT. Our FDOT would always be notified by detours, two-week look-aheads, MOT closures, and accidents. Anything that has to do with a project, I'll be there to make sure that the FDOT is clear and we have the problem resolved. Now I'm going to give it to Ali for closure.
To sum up, our company is aware of the important role that local subcontractors have, and in the past we have exceeded the FDOT's 8.6% of DBE participation goal. For this particular project, we are committing to a minimum 10% DBE participation. I would like to thank, on behalf of my team, the FDOT and Dr. Bienvenu for giving us the opportunity to present our technical proposal and our team's qualifications. Thank you. Any questions?